Hello, everybody. That's me, Serge Techniradno, and it's a Saturday, and we have a new activity on Saturdays. We going to introduce you to our new artists with Javelin Recordings, and it will be Ukrainian artists that we are working with and plan to work with. And today will be the first broadcasting from here, from Crystal Sound Studio, and we have amazing guests. As you know, it's 4 months of war in Ukraine, and a lot of people, a lot of musicians now outside of Ukraine, unfortunately, and a lot of people we work with also. So this band that I'm going to introduce you pretty much separated everybody. All the participants are in the different cities and even in different countries. So let's start with watching the very latest video that music of this band was used. Let's watch it.
Oh my gosh, what's going on?
So that was a video by United Nations Refugee Agency, and the music that you hear in this video is by our guests, a band Mavka, and we have our friends Oleksiy Mikriukov. Hello, Oleksiy. And we have Taras Lazer. Hello, Taras.
Hi.
And we have two beautiful ladies, Iryna and Tetyana. Hello, Iryna and Tetyana. And all these people, band Mavka, and Tetyana is our friend also. She's conductor of the choir Dyvo, and it's a children choir, and we did some music together previously, and we're going to show you that videos. But let me at first ask everybody, where are you? Are you in safety? And how are you feeling right now after the 4 month of war? By the way, Taras, besides he's a part of the Mavka band, today he's our interpreter because everybody understands English but do not speak. So Oleksiy, Iryna, and Tetyana will speak Ukrainian and we will translate you. Okay? So let's start with Iryna and Tetyana, please.
Я би хотіла сказати, що насправді, як почалася війна, для мене і для Тараса це було... Ми були разом в цей момент, і він може одразу розказати, як це відбувалося. Я зі свого боку скажу, що зараз я знаходжуся в Берліні і разом зі своєю донечкою, а Тарас, учасник гурту, і мій чоловік, він знаходиться в Україні. От, а далі він розкаже, як це відбувалося.
Okay, let's ask Taras, please. By the way, Taras is husband of Iryna, so he will tell the story of how they survived during the first days of war and what's happening.
Basically, yeah, what Ira said is that, we were together with our child, with our daughter, on the very first day of war on the 24th of February in Hostomel, which is a little town next to Kyiv, quite famous right now because of the airport that was attacked on the very first day. We witnessed all of that. We witnessed the helicopters, the jets that the Russians sent to our place. And yeah, they were bombing quite heavily. I actually didn't know what to do. I was quite shocked, not by the fact that the war started, because it was obvious it's going to start in the next days or so, especially after the 21st of February, when Putin made a speech cosplaying Hitler and Stalin in his words. Anyway, the road was totally blocked. The traffic was blocked. The shops were full of people. Everybody was escaping, and we have this road next to our place that goes outside of Kyiv in the direction of the Western Ukraine, and it was totally blocked with the cars. So I actually didn't know what to do. I was hoping somehow that the Russians would bomb and attack only the military aims. Sorry, but then at some point, I think it was around 4 p.m. that I understood that we need to evacuate, because a Russian jet just flew over my head next to my house, in the yard of our house. And I, at that point, I had no doubts anymore that I need to take my family out of there. And me, Iryna, and our daughter Anna, we sat in our car. We also took 3 of our neighbors with us and their dog. And for, I think, 16 or 18 hours of drive, we ended up in the Western Ukraine in relative safety. And that's how it started for us. So on the 24th, we evacuated at 5:09 p.m. from Hostomel towards the Western Ukraine. And about how, that's how it happened.
And I know that Hostomel is pretty much destroyed, right? So what's happening with your house where you lived?
All of our neighborhood has been bombed heavily. Most of the houses are completely destroyed, burned down. Our personal apartment in a house is damaged, but the windows are damaged, totally broken. The rooftop is kind of repositioned because of the bomb, but it didn't burn down. That's a good thing. And also another thing, that the Russians were there. That's more of a problem for me, especially the moral problem to enter the house where they entered and where they searched everything and went through all of our stuff, through all of our possessions, through all of our, instruments, child's clothes, child's little bed. We have also a lot of shrapnel inside the house, inside the walls of the house. So that's more of a moral, question. When you enter there, it doesn't feel like your house anymore. It feels like your house as your life has been violated.
It's terrible. Yeah. Okay, well, let's hope we will build a lot of new houses when we will win this war, and you also will have a new house. So let's ask Tetyana what's been happening when the war has started in your life. Go ahead. Oh, sorry. One more time, please. Yeah.
Ми почули про війну, коли прокинулися зранку і треба було йти до школи. Питання від батьків було, ну то що, ми сьогодні йдемо чи як? І тут вже посипались новини про те, що... коли я визирнула в вікно і побачила здоровезні вже корки на виїзд з Києва. Але ми зразу не поїхали, як і всі українці. Ми сподівалися, що це якийсь просто дурний жарт, що зараз кілька годин і все стане ясно, але так не вийшло. І перші 3 дні ми жили в школі. В школі нашого сина, тому що там був цокольний поверх, таке собі бомбосховище вимушене. Тож таке бомбосховище, де була вода і світло, генератор. Тож ми відчували себе більш захищено, знаючи, що нас багато, бо там було дуже багато дітей, батьків. І вже коли минуло 3 дні і треба було щось вирішувати, ми вже зважилися і поїхали спочатку на Західну Україну.
And ended up in Berlin with Iryna, of course. Okay, let's ask Taras to translate and go to.
Well, how the war started, we heard about the war in the morning. When we needed to go to school, we were discussing with the other parents in our chats, what should we do? Should we go to school today or not? Then we saw the news. Then I saw huge traffic jams next to my house of the people running away, evacuating from Kyiv. At the end of the day, I was hoping it was some stupid joke. But for the first 3 days, me and my son, we had been living in a basement in the school of our son, because we needed some type of a shelter, some type of a basement to protect us from bombing. There was water, light, a generator. We felt a little protected there, together with other children, with other parents. But in 3 days, we decided we need to move, and we moved towards the Western Ukraine, and thereafter to Berlin.
Thank you, Taras. And we have Oleksiy with us, who is actually a composer and part of a band too. So, Oleksiy, what's your story of the first days of war? As I understand, you are still in Kyiv as Taras, right?
Так, я залишився в Києві. Ну, по-перше, я прокинувся десь о 5-й, і мені Саша, моя дружина, сказала, що почалась війна. І ось так, але ми залишилися вдома, бо, як це сказати, бо нема було куди йти. У нас в школі дуже маленьке бомбосховище, і я інвалід першої групи, і тому є певні перешкоди до добирання до цього міста. А в домі в нас підвал, взагалі там нема навіть поручнів, щоб туди спуститися. Тому самотужки я взагалі ніяк не міг цього зробити. Тому я залишився вдома. І ось так, оцю всю активну фазу біля Києва я просидів вдома. От.
Thank you. Well, let's ask Taras to translate, please.
Oleksiy said that he, his wife, and their child, little daughter, they remained in Kiev throughout the whole period of the war. And the first day, on the 24th of February, he woke up at 5 a.m. His wife, Sasha, at that point told him that the war has started. But they remained at home. They had no place to go to because the basement at the school next to their house is pretty small. And plus, Oleksiy is help me out here, Steffi. Has some kind of a disability. It's hard for him to move around, to walk by himself. So they couldn't neither go down to the basement of their house. And throughout the whole active phase of war, throughout all the bombings of Kiev, they, within his family, remained in their house, in their apartment.
Thank you, Taras. So that's all terrible stories. Of course, we have this war for 4 months, and Iryna and Tetyana are in Berlin, and I know that they are performing there and making some activities. So let's watch the video where Tetyana's choir, children choir, involved, and that's a song that's called Kupala, Ivana Kupala. So pretty amazing, right? Children choir, ambient music, and some jazz. Uh, who was the who had the idea to bring it all together? And as I know, it was not just only one song, or it was a huge performance in Kiev Planetarium, right?
Right.
Well, who will tell us
Е,
what's going on there on the stage?
Справа в тому, що якби оскільки я працюю з дітьми, то весь час ми шукаємо стежку, як би можна було занурити дітей в таке академічне хорове мистецтво. І от такі сучасні такі обробки – це такий шлях, через який можна дістатися до діток. Тобто вони виховані на більш такій популярній культурі музичній, так? І одразу якби зануритися в академічний спів їм важко. І тому ми шукаємо ці шляхи, як це можна зробити, як можна їх звернути їх увагу на цю культуру взагалі. І якось так вийшло просто, що в Іри була обробка, і в нас була пісня академічна, і вони співпали по тональності. І ми вирішили, що можна якось це зробити з цього таку колаборацію. І Іра написала от для нас таку обробку. І потім ми вирішили з цією піснею виступити на фестивалі, але треба було поспішати, тому що Іра була вже вагітна, і нам треба було якось встигнути це зробити.
Вже дуже вагітна.
Да, вже на 9-му місяці ми виступали разом от на цьому фестивалі, відео з якого ви бачили. І нам настільки сподобався цей формат цієї співпраці, хорового співу і таких сучасних технологій, так, що ми вирішили продовжити цей шлях і вже почекали, доки Іра народить дитинку, і вже за півроку зробили великий концерт, проєкт в Українському планетарії. Це був повноцінний такий концерт, саме от з поєднання дитячого хору і гурту «Мавка».
Wow, Taras, can you please translate? Did you got all the sentences?
I actually haven't got the first
One-
part,
one-
but I think I know what she was talking about.
Okay.
So Tetyana is working with children's choir here in Kiev, and she's working on the academic, folklore, ethnic, different kind of songs, different kind of performances, and she and her children's choir Dyvo, they perform quite often in different festivals, in different locations, on different gigs. And about the first part of your question, the song was written, the initial version of it was written by, the music was written by Oleksiy, and Ira added some vocals. As I remember it, Oleksiy just sent her the track, the music track, and told her that this is Kupala. And Ira started improvising on that, and that's how the initial song was born. Some time has passed, and Tetyana started working with the children's choir, and they were working on the song Kupala, written by the classic Ukrainian composer Ivan Bidak. And the tonalities of our song Kupala and Ivan Bidak's song, and how it was performed by Tyana's choir, they coincided. So the girls, Iryna and Tetyana, decided to try and mix it up. And so those jazzy sound and the, folklore, scary kind of stuff, mythology that Iryna and Oleksiy wrote, got mixed with Tyana's interpretation of Ivan Bidak's composition. And that's how it worked out. They merged two of the songs, and it worked quite amazingly. And for this particular performance that you saw, I'm sorry, this particular performance that you have seen on the video, it was a festival in Kiev where girls were kind of in a hurry before while preparing the actual performance, because Iryna was pregnant on the 9th month, and they were hurrying to try and make it sound really good. And it was, I suppose, it was the first time that Iryna and Tanya, choir Dyvo, and Tanya as the conductor, performed together. We all were in love with their performance and with the idea of merging our music and the music that Tanya is doing with her choir. That in some time they decided to do. We all decided to do a big concert together. Girls basically prepared a big program. I think it was 1 hour long concert of different stuff, including Ukrainian folklore songs performed by choir together with Iryna, and our songs, Mavka's band songs, performed together with the choir. It was quite amazing. It was one concert in Kyiv Planetarium a couple of years ago.
So pretty much amazing. So am I right that all 2 of these songs were combined unintentionally? So separately Oleksiy had his idea and separately Tetyana has her idea, right, Taras?
Yeah, it was like, I don't know, it was maybe 7 years ago that Oleksiy composed this, the music itself that you hear in the background. Then he sent it over to Iryna. Iryna wrote lyrics and the vocals for that. Then in 3 or 4 years, Tanya started her work with the choir, and at some point it got mixed. It was not intentional at all. And I was also thinking of thanking you personally, because it was you who did the recording of the studio recording.
Yeah, and actually that was the first recording that we did together with Iryna and Tetyana, and that was pretty much amazing for us too, because when I first heard all of this, I thought, wow, how it can be combined, but it came with a really nice composition, I must say. A lot of people that I'm playing this song, this tune, they are saying, wow, that's something magical. Well, so I think that after the war will end and we will win, I think Tetyana and Iryna should probably tour with this show. Well, let's. I have a question for Oleksiy. So, by chance, do you remember how it came to you to make this particular song? I mean, Ivana Kupala.
Ну, взагалі-то я прикинувся вже з готовою мелодією, і це було десь в 13-му році. Це була друга пісня, яку ми записали з Ірою. І, я їй надіслав цю доріжку, цю мелодію і сказав, що це буде Івана Купала. І воно так і сталося.
Okay.
I remember I woke up, I think it was in 2013, I just woke up and I had the melody in my head. I wrote it down and I sent it over to Iryna, and I wrote to her that this is Kupala. I think it was the second song that me and Iryna created together.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, that was Ivana Kupala, and now I want to get back when it was all started. That was in 2013, as I understood, and well, You know, when I first heard about Mavka project, it was just Iryna's project. Actually, I heard it from Tetyana Nikita, our friends. Roman Kryl said, "Well, you know, Iryna, she's amazing electronic musician. She's performing and singing opera vocals, classical vocals with it." And well, knowing Roman, I thought, well, what's happening in Roman and electronic music? I don't know what's happening. So, and when he showed me Iryna's performance, well, I understood that I know Iryna from previous recordings. You recorded the song with Lazovsky, Alexander Lazovsky. I believe it was before we met, like with you, like Mavka, and that was pretty cool because I heard that Iryna singing really good classical vocal, and well, that was I was very impressed how it combined by Mavka project, and I want to show you right now the performance of Iryna herself, how it looks like on the stage. So that will be Shadrick, our friends from Western world know this song as a Carol of the Bells, but that's native Ukrainian song, and we will talk about it after we will listen to it, okay?
Щедрик, щедрик, щедрівочко, прилетіло ластівочко. Щедрик, щедрик, щедрівочко, прилетіло ластівочко. Щедрик, щедрик, щедрівочко, прилетіло ластівочко. Стала собі щебетати, господаря викликати. Види, види, господарі, дивися на кошари. 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 Стежка, чорного стрічка, очне в рощі тополова, в тебе жінка чорноброва. Щедрик, щедрик, щедрівочка, прилетіла ластівочка. Щедрик, щедрик, щедрівочко, прилетіло. Ластівочка.
Okay, bravo. Someone is yelling at the audience. And, well, that's Iryna, and she's performing like that. And do you perform right now in Berlin? Do you have some activities there?
Так, я дуже багато зараз виступаю, і виступаю одна як Мавка. Ми виступаємо разом з Танією і театром Das Documenter Theater Berlin. Беремо участь у виставах і співаємо на концертах цього театру. Тобто виступів дуже і дуже багато, усі вони присвячені Україні, усі вони на підтримку України, збираються кошти для допомоги, і тобто концертів безліч. Навіть як тільки я приїхала в Берлін, і ще був це такий стан, я вдруге дуже сильно плакала вперше від початку війни після 24 числа. тому що відчула, що я в безпеці і зовсім одна. І це все непросто, це все нове життя. І буквально наступного дня я співала в церкві, і це було дуже важко, було безліч емоцій, які ти не можеш втримати, але ти мусиш співати. І це було за руку з моєю донею. І зараз вона мене кличе, поки Тарас буде перекладати.
And you can hear Iryna's daughter. Okay, Taras, please.
Well, it's also my daughter.
Yeah, you're both.
So, yeah. Ira is saying that she actually performs in Berlin, performs a lot, performs as by herself as Mavka. But she didn't mention that, but I will add that she also performs sometimes with the band in Berlin. But there are some musicians that joined, the drummer, the bass player, and the guitar player that joined Iryna and performed together with her. She also is performing together with Tetyana in the Das Dokumenter Theater, the documentary theater of Berlin, takes part in a lot of performances of the theater and the concerts of the theater. From the very first day of their arrival to Berlin, Iryna has been performing quite a lot throughout Berlin and even throughout Germany in some other places like Essen and Aachen. And she remembers that after her arrival to Berlin, it was the second time since the beginning of the war that she cried, because she finally felt herself in secure, protected, but at the same time she also felt very lonely there, because it's quite difficult. It's a whole new life.
Thank you, Taras. And well, Iryna said that probably they could perform with Tetyana live. Is it possible? Yeah? Okay, so let's ask Iryna and Tetyana to sing us a song. And let me show you. Okay.
This is... Не сходила вранці сонечко, хтось постукав у віконечко, віконечко відчинялося, я молода дивувалася. Прилетіла дрібна пташечка, чи то пташка щебетушечка, чи то пташка щебетушечка, чи козаченькова душечка. Ой, устану я ранесенько, та й умиюся милесенько, полі сон траву я рватиму, свою доленьку питатиму. Не цвіти сон зілля яроє, нещасливоє бездольноє, над коханячко милесеньким, козаченько молодесеньким, його рученький край крученький, а ніженький край доріженький. комочинки засипані, а в голівонці сонцілячко.
Ой, устала б я ранесенько, та й умилася білесенько. Полетіла б я в далекий край, до милого на швидкий Дунай,
Bravo, thank you, Iryna and Tetyana. That's pretty much amazing, and you sounded very cool. And what's the name of the song?
Не сходила вранці сонечко.
Так.
Не сходило вранці сонечко. So the sun wasn't rising up at the morning, right? Okay. I have a lot of questions, and I think our time is limited today. So I think we will do a few more streams with you because we are planning to release some music by Mavka and probably with Tetyana choir Dyvo too, when it will be possible, of course, when the war will be over. So we are going to tell you about that too with Javelin Recordings. And that next question will be somehow related to thing we are going to release, but that's also some kind of coincidence, as I understand, because I wanted to ask Iryna, how much languages do you sing actually? Ukrainian, and I heard some other languages.
Так, я співаю українською і своєю вигаданою мовою, русалчиною, мавчиною мовою.
Okay, so Iryna said that she sings on two languages, Ukrainian and mermaids or Mavka's language. So I have a question about this Mavka or mermaids language, how it comes. Well, how did you invented this language, right? Or you learn it somewhere?
Я думаю, що у кожного з нас є ця мова. Це мова дуже емоційна, і тут, коли ти в звуці можеш виявити свої емоції і не просто передати якусь інформацію, а дуже багато інформації буквально в одному звуці, в одній якійсь фонемі закласти багато інформації у велику історію і емоційне переживання.
Okay, let's ask Taras, please, to translate. Oh, Taras, it seems like you're muted. Yeah. One more time, please.
So Ira is saying that she sings, in fact, her own invented language. As I, as a linguist, call it glossolalia, which is a combination of sounds. But glossolalia actually is a combination of sounds where you don't find any sense. Ira is actually saying that each one of us has its own language inside. It's the language of, it's an emotional thing that you want to reveal. And when you are in the sound, when you're in music, you can actually reveal your whole emotion and not just the information that the language transfers. And in that very unique one sound, you can reveal whole lot of information and whole lot of emotion you can reveal. You can tell a whole story in that particular sound language. And actually, I would add from me that I sometimes ask Ira what's the song about, and she can actually translate in some way what her songs in the invented language mean.
I have a question for Taras then. Does Iryna speaks to you in that language sometimes?
Well, when we are in bed, maybe. Sometimes.
Okay, that's a good
A
answer.
language of pure emotion.
Well, and I should say that's pretty much amazing that Iryna doing that, because, well, you know, a lot of songwriters, they are composing the melodies sometimes with some, we call it bird language, so some nonsense words, and sometimes it's like a foreign language, but we are paying a lot of attention to the how it sounds, and a lot of lyrics writers, after the composer writes a melody with these invented words, sometimes they are trying to use the same same sounding words in their lyrics, but to put some sense in it. And it's also the thing that is using songwriting, but invented language, it's pretty much interesting, right? So, well, we won't reveal what we are going to release with Mavka in this stream. Let's leave it for the next one. But I wanted to, for the final of our stream, to play a song on this invented language, and it's Anani, right?
Анань.
Anani. Okay, what does it mean?
Плач.
Plach, a cry. Okay. So at the end of the stream, we will going to listen the cry Anani, and I wanted to thank you for this amazing stream. Well, I still have a lot of questions, but we will continue to do these streams, and on the next one we will talk about the thing we're going to release. I will sneak peek a little bit. That will be an opera. Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to, if you have any messages to our audience, if you want to say something.
Хочеться сказати, що зараз усі українці, де б вони не були, переживають війну, незалежно від того, чи вони знаходяться у безпеці, чи вони знаходяться в гарячих точках, і що жодної хвилини не можна про це забувати. Світ мусить про це знати і говорити про це, і зупинити врешті-решт це зло.
Okay, Taras, please.
Just a second. Yes, I wanted to say, Ira is saying that all the Ukrainians now, wherever they are, wherever they live, they're thinking about the war. They live the war. Even if they're at the safe place and probably in some in the front line, they're living through the war. We need to, all the Ukrainians and all the world, we need to speak about it. We have no right to forget about the war, the fact of the war, and we all need to try our best to stop the war.
Okay, thank you, Taras. Well, Tetyana, your turn. If you want to say something to us.
Мені хочеться дуже подякувати тим людям, які зараз з нами, з українським народом, і сказати, що завдяки вам Завдяки вашій праці, завдяки вашій такій переорієнтації від початку війни. Про нас не забувають, нашій країні допомагають. Це дуже важливо. Залишайтеся з Україною, будьте з Україною, допомагайте в Україні. Це дуже важливо для кожного з нас, і ми вам дуже вдячні.
Thank you.
And I saying that I would like to thank all of the people who stand with the Ukrainian people now. Thanks to you, thanks to your sacrifice, and thanks to you practically reorganizing your lives and not forgetting about us, we still stay strong. And I'm asking you to stay with us, to stand with us till the victory.
Thank you so much. And Oleksiy,
Ну що я можу сказати? Разом до перемоги. Ось так. Десь.
so Taras, please.
Well, what can I say? Together to the victory.
Yeah, that was message from Oleksiy. Thank you, Oleksiy. And Taras, your message, please.
My message is, wherever you are, wherever you are trying to live your life, continue living it. But in the same time, don't get bored of the war, as it's used to say now in the media, that the world is bored. Well, I would show you some stuff, maybe in the next stream, the places I visit, the stories I hear, the people that lost their close ones, that lost their parts of their bodies, that lost their possessions, that lost their houses, that lost their everything. Those people will never forget anything. And I'm asking you to be as empathetic as you might be and continue to be, because we are here living in the horror. You're just touching it through the media, and I think there is no right to forget about this. And even if you are far away, you need to actually think about us and to help us, because we're on the same boat, this named planet Earth.
Yeah, right. Thank you so much, Taras, for everything. Thank you, everybody, for music. That was amazing. And now we are going to listen the final song for this stream. That's called Anani, The Cry. And thank you once again, guys. We will see you probably on the next stream, which will be in the start of July. And we will talk about things we are going to release. And let's hope that soon we will win and see to get each other in person. And for our people who are watching us, I want to say, believe in Ukraine, believe in Ukrainian military forces, Slava Ukraini, and see you soon.
Героям слава.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Ooh. У